All right, I don't know what time it is on your clock, but I know what I'm getting ready for. It is time for the Professional CISO podcast with David Malicoat.
We have an interview with one of the most influential CISOs in the last few decades. Our guest is Gary Hayslip. Currently, he is the Global Chief Information Security Officer at SoftBank Investment Advisors. He is also the co-author of multiple books to include the CISO Desk Reference Volumes 1 and 2. So do you believe in the idea that we must professionalize the role of CISO? If so, what does it mean to you? What does that look like? And if not, why?
The CISO role is kind of like the lead executive role within cyber, but to get there takes years of experience. It's not something you just go to class for and boop, you become a CISO. It's something that you grow into over time. Because of the role so intertwined with business operations, and especially if you are an organization that is publicly traded, that role, being involved with business, reporting to boards, there needs to start being some type of a maturity mechanism. These people may be required to report to specific committees or specific boards. And so if you're in this type of role, you should have this specific training or this specific certs, or you should demonstrate experience within specific domains. And so I do think it's going that way.
You're a veteran, I'm a veteran, transitioning veteran. What should they be doing? Because it's different from when I got out, and I know it's different from when you got out. So what should they be thinking about right now?
Easily 2 years before you are looking at leaving, you should already be transitioning. Be visiting professional groups, doing research on roles and jobs that you might be interested in, looking at your experience and figuring out, hey, should I be doing some classes on the side already? You can do so many classes remote now as it is. There's no excuse. I started doing all the maintenance on the computers and taking them apart and updating them and installing them. And then the people that were in charge of the computers for the DoD systems were like, hey, we need someone to be in charge. They just went ahead and grabbed me. So then it became an extra duty that I was doing. And then we need someone to go ahead and help do the security piece too. So then it became another extra duty. I realized there's a whole other world outside of the military as well that's using computers. And that's where I ended up building a lab in my garage, and I was ordering all kinds of crap off of eBay, and I was volunteering my time at the Boys and Girls Club and a lot of nonprofits just to manage their network so I could get experience. I was paying for my own certs and everything because I realized back in the mid to late 90s that this was going to be my career. I volunteered for all the leadership roles that the Navy was going to give me, was happily grabbing and taking the CI role here and the CISO role there, and then doing all this stuff on the civilian side as well.
What does the future hold for us as CISOs?
We're business executives that manage risk using technology and people and process, reporting to the board, reporting to our executive teams. I also see it becoming more of a business role as well, where especially if you're working with companies that are doing product, companies are not going to pay for multiple technical executives. How about we pay for one that's already doing it, plus they're doing risk, and they also understand audit, and they're working with several of the other stakeholders. So that's what some of the changes I'm seeing happening now. It's going to escalate.
We're professionalizing the CISO role, so please subscribe to the Professional CISO podcast.